welcome back and happy Friday, or other day. I don't know what time you're watching this. You might not be watching this as it comes out. Anyways, welcome back to Rewatchers, the Angel Edition here on the Let's Get Ready Network. Snark here, happy to be joining you and happy to have joining me. Maybe more importantly, the guy, the man, the legend that is one Ferris Mathana. Ferris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, ready to put up the heat.
He's on the nines, guys. He's on the nines every morning. Anyways, now we're going to be talking about she here on this edition of Angel. All right. I think that's my general thoughts about the episode. All right. Right.
Yeah, it was an episode.
It was all right. It's written by Marty Noxon and David Greenwald. Got a couple powerhouses behind this. It's the only time that Marty Noxon's going to write an episode for Angel, by the way. And he co-wrote "I Will Remember You," which isn't something I would put on my resume if I was him. Now,
I can see why this was his last episode.
well, no, it was Marty Noxon. That was her only time she did one for Angel. Of course, she's busy running the good ship Buffy the Vampire Slayer after this. It's directed by David Greenwald as well. This is his first time doing it on Angel. He's going to do 6 more episodes. The last Buffy episode he directed was his last Buffy episode he directed, The Wish. The Wish, which is a good one. Anyways, guest stars alert. First, Sean Gunn. He's back. Back for the second time in these 13 episodes. A little more recognizable this time. And, in spite of all the eyeliner he has on and, the frosted tips.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the Sean Gunn we've come to know. But, of course, I think the big guest star of the episode was probably Bai Ling, Jheira. She comes over from China. She gets roles in things like The Crow, Nixon, Red Corner, of course, Wild Wild West. She was in Anna and the King. All this before getting to Angel. So you would think she's career going up, 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 up. Yes, Angel. She has a brief moment, I would say. Like, even to say it's a role is a stretch to say in Revenge of the Sith. I don't believe there's any lines, just her walking up steps, if I remember right. And then things starting to teeter off. Now she has a tremendous amount of work after that, but some of the run through a couple of these, shall we? Sharknado 5, it's maybe one of the better ones that she did. Exorcism at 60,000 feet, classic. Mega Ape, another fantastic title. Or My Redneck Neighbor 2, Let the Games Begin. But, why bother watching that one if you haven't watched My Redneck Neighbor 1?
That's what I'm saying, man. You got to go double feature.
Never be able to follow the story if you don't watch the first one. Now,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to start off with Cordy having a party, a little shindig at the apartment. One of the most late 90s, early aughts parties you will ever see, especially on a work night. All this stuff includes, but is not limited to, an older, I don't know, gentleman wearing a backwards green Kanga hat. Terrible. Like, come on, guys.
Hey, man, I'm a big fan of the Kangles. The Kangos.
Yeah, you're a big fan of middle-aged white guys with them backwards dancing in an 18-year-old girl's apartment. And it's green.
No.
And it's green. So we're gonna see.
I stick with the black with the white logo, the classic.
It's classic. The one that Samuel L. Jackson makes famous.
Absolutely, yeah.
The only real man that can pull it off, if you ask me. Anyways.
Well, you've never seen me in a Kangle.
No. Did you say a Kangle? Now.
Kangle.
So.
No, Kango. Kangle is the dog.
Now we're gonna get to get a little look at how socially awkward both Angel and Wesley are, and two completely different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Angel quite
The
intro.
over brooding, the quiet demeanor, the demure,
Yes.
demure.
Wesley is quite out there until he ever has to speak to a lady, which
Mm-hmm.
time everything goes to pieces. Corey's been given a bag of ice by a guest that comes in, a guest that later removes his pants for some reason. I have no idea why. We don't see it, but there's
Whoa,
nothing about this party
whoa,
is making sense to me. So
whoa.
she's got this bag of ice, talking to Angel. There's a bowl there. She's pretending to put the ice in the bowl. The entire time she's talking, you see her shaking and stuff like that. Not one ice cube comes out. Not one ice cube. You'll see that bowl later with ice in it. But I just thought that was a neat little thing where she's just pretending to put the ice in the bowl the
Mm-hmm.
entire time. Plus, Ferris, for goodness sakes, we're going to get a Steve Paymer callback. Steve Paymer, of course, was brought up when the first time she ever moved into that apartment, and
Mm-hmm.
now they're talking about him again, and his brother David Paymer, I should say, or famous David Paymer. So now we'll see Dennis here being a gracious co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Angel's gonna sit down. He's gonna have a chair slid out for him. He's gonna have a beer cracked and pass him. Angel's drinking beer.
After he crashed and burned with that girl.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, I think he has to protect himself. He has to protect himself.
Yes.
We're just gonna get into a little bit of hot
Mm-hmm.
water a little later on. That's a little
Yes.
for those who a
Yes.
little
Yes.
hot water. I do really enjoy the dancing sequence when she's asking if he'd like to dance. He says he doesn't dance. I'll bring some of that
That
up
that
later.
that that flash, that flashback or flash moment, that was pretty funny.
Those scenes were shot for Sense and Sensitivity. They didn't use them, and they put them in here. I think rightfully.
Perfect.
I think it works
Perfect.
well in this.
That's
Uh,
perfect.
I'm going to talk about. I made a couple of pros and cons to this episode. I'll talk about it at the end of
Mhm.
us talking about it. Anyways, we're going to then see a human victim for the day because it's over at an ice factory.
Mhm.
There's a guy, drinking supposedly on the job. Sees a box that says hazard materials do not open. This thing is also giving off an otherworldly hum. Why on earth would you open the box?
What's in the
It's the
box?
box.
Yeah. So yeah, Rob, I'll tell you a joke. I watched a movie recently that uses
Was
the
it seven?
phrase.
Was it seven?
No, it was Formula One. I saw a
Oh,
joke. It was a
sure,
joke in the movie, but we're talking about Buffy right now.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Joke.
That was just also, why is this guy wearing a suit?
Well, he's working. Isn't he security?
Well, we find out he's security, but why would a security guy in an ice factory be wearing a suit too?
No, yeah,
Usually,
no. Back in the day, security guards used to wear blazers, and
I
they
thought they
they
would
no,
flat,
no,
like
they
wear those
no,
fucking, those pilot jackets, those flat.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, they used to wear suits.
okay,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna see Angel get into work the next day. It turns out because Cordy's gonna give him a bag of coffee to crush up.
Mm-hmm.
Because she forgot to get the ground kind. Gets a little passive aggressive to him about his party going here. Going to say as far as say Wesley was cooler than him. Well, that's got to be a slap in the face for Angel, her friend and employer at the same time. Angel tries to defend his quiet, reserved persona. Wes comes in. He's going to compliment all the party food. He starts asking about the leftovers, any leftovers. That's these tiny Reubens that they had going on, which,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, does sound delicious. Angel
Tiny
finally,
Reubens, man, like a little Reuben sandwich.
that's what I'm imagining. Yeah, tiny Reuben
That
sandwiches.
sounds amazing.
Yeah,
You ever had a Reuben?
I had many Reubens.
I haven't had a Reuben in many years. I want a Reuben.
I love making a Reuben. No, you can go the
Well, it's not it's
traditional. You
not
can go
it's
to the
not that hard to
traditional
make a
Russian dressing.
Reuben.
You can go to the traditional Russian dressing. Sometimes people take a shortcut, use the Thousand Islands and stuff like that. It's fine.
Wait. Reubens are Russian?
No, the dressing is Russian.
Oh.
It's a salad dressing
Oh,
called Russian dressing.
oh, hi. Okay. So
No,
yeah.
yeah. I'm sure I've had to make it in my time cooking and stuff like that when I was young. I cannot remember for the life of me how to do it, which is a far cry from Thousand Islands, which is basically relish, ketchup,
Hmm.
mayonnaise, probably some lemon juice or something like that in there, if I remember right. Salt, pepper to taste. And here, thank you for joining us on Menu Corner
Yes.
with Snark and Ferris. Back to the regulars.
Rewatchers Council dinner table.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
We just come up with recipes. Now,
Yeah.
Wes is finally going to get offered an official job. Don't worry, though. He is going to remain as kiss ass as he's been for the last few episodes since he's come back after Hero. Cordy's not going to lose any salary either, by the way,
There is no
which is good.
salary to lose.
There isn't. I don't believe there's much to go around, anyways. She starts getting her vision now. It's a guy burning from the inside and his eyes bursting. Good thing
It's pretty. It's pretty
she gets
gruesome.
to feel all this. Don't forget.
It's pretty
She
pretty
gets to
gruesome.
feel these things. It's not, you know what I would say this is? Not ideal.
Yes.
I would imagine this too terrific. Anyways, Angel and Wesley now off to the local Los Angeles ice factory,
Hmm.
which I'm sure there's one of. So Angel's gonna get in there. He's gonna find her victim, or what's left of him. He finds an ID, which is basically just a business card. It seems he works security, which may mean that opening the box probably a worse thing to do. Like
Hmm.
it's like you're just doing security here, pal. You're not private investigating. Just
Hmm.
leave the box alone. Just guard the box. That's all you had to do. Ridiculous. Wesley has his non-axe or non-ads axe, whatever he wants to say, but he's gonna keep it cool. Stay
Hmm.
outside. Angel's gonna find someone sneaking around all the bundled claws they have in this factory. What is with this place? None of this screams ice factory to me. But anyways, this guy's got some ridged nose. Angel quickly assesses this guy isn't the Burninator guy. The guy
Hmm.
says he's Tay, which is that's an awful name. He's not from this. First
Yeah.
thing, this guy's like, listen, I'm not from this dimension. Thinking this guy is human and stuff like that as well. We
Hmm.
find out later he's surprised when Angel says, whoa, 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 human. Anyways,
I'm not human.
he just offers up, guys, guess what? I'm not from this dimension. Don't worry about it. He's here to stop the bringer of chaos,
Hmm.
which is a noble thing to say. This
What a
chaos.
misdirect, man.
Yeah,
What a misdirect.
it's a vessel of pure rage.
Hmm.
For goodness sakes, and it's stronger than just one man. I can tell you that. So better stay away if he wants to stay alive, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Angel's going to get back to the office now, fill them all in. Wes figures that they've come to this dimension through portals, and this really bums Cordelia out for some reason. I have no idea why, but also, she may have something to do with portals and dimensions later on in the series. But anyways, we get more English butt kissing from Wesley now, and Cordy's gonna go and look up some incineration death
More
because she's.
groveling than butt kissing.
I think that's you know
I think
one.
groveling is a great word.
Sure,
Groveling.
yeah, isn't that more like begging? I would think groveling though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy's begging, but more butt kissing. Anyways, Angel's gonna head off to this victim's office there. Okay, you're you're an American. I want
Hmm.
to know if this is a thing. Co, I notice on the building there's a sign near the door, and it says something, 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 and then it warns about an armed response. Now, is that a thing on buildings in America?
No.
No, they just
Only
put
apparently
cut off
like
those.
top secret buildings. Ain't nothing talking about no damn armed response.
Yeah, I know in
Mm.
Canada, like security guards and stuff like that, not allowed to carry guns.
Oh no, some
Well,
security guards are they have gun permits. Armed security,
yeah,
yeah, but
I don't think you're
I
allowed
don't
to
know if
here. I
they've.
think it's just
I don't think you've ever warned people like we will be armed. You don't want
Yeah,
people to know you're armed, so you have the element of surprise.
there's an armed response coming. So yeah, in Canada, there's like the cops, obviously soldiers, and railway cops. Railway cops allowed to carry guns. And
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, trained police are allowed to carry guns.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a return to this show. It's about dinner time.
Mm.
The grappling hooks are back. The
Damn right,
grappling hooks are
baby.
and you know what? It's been a while, so he's double fisted.
Yeah.
Two grappling hooks at the same time. So he gets up on the one level of the building, sees a ladder to get to uh, an incredibly cheesy jump, which he misses, and then has to climb up the ladder without being able to jump on,
Is the
which I laughed
grappling
at.
hook like a bee where when you shoot it, like it's over? You gotta buy another grappling gun,
I'm
or
sure
can
they
it,
have like some
or
kind
can it
of retrieval.
recoil?
I'm sure there's some retrieval aspect to it.
Yeah,
Uh,
because well, you know when a bee stings
I'm
you,
thinking like a
yeah,
measuring tape. You know that thing on a measuring tape
yeah,
just coils it all back in. Maybe that's like what it's like.
yeah.
I'm
Like
not
bees, when they
proficient
sting
in
you,
grappling
you
hooks.
die.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
yeah, I don't believe that's it at all. People just don't have wasted grappling hooks. Just lying
laying
here and there.
around.
Just lying here and there, for goodness sakes. It doesn't make any sense. Also, there's a window open on that building that he could have easily have just gone in instead of climbing the climb all the way up to the top and then back down again. He could have just went through the window. But I digress. He gets into the office. He breaks into a desk door, finds an envelope of like some cash. Not like a great big deal of cash. And like that first bill on there is a 20. So there might be couple $100 or so in this envelope. It isn't a huge amount. And he also finds a shipping order from the ice place, which he keeps. Then gets zapped across the room from a mystery lady, Ferris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She thinks that people have paid him to hunt them. He says he's just there to find the security guy's killer. He's like, well, what do you want? And then she does a little force push through the door here. Then gets a
Mm-hmm.
call on her cell, asks where
On
and
her
how soon.
talkie.
Yeah, on the sorry, and guys, join us for rewatchers Buffy edition, where you can actually figure out what we're talking about when we're talking.
On the
So,
talkie.
flip phones are now talkies
The
in the year
talkie.
2000. Ridiculous. Anyway, she's gonna leave. She drives off in an SUV of all things. Angel recovers and then tails her in the old Angel mobile, top down. It's nighttime. He's gonna enjoy
Mm-hmm.
the his hair here for a little bit. Whips his talkie out. You know, I immediately get a little nostalgia bug or whatever when I see this thing
Mm-hmm.
and the battery low, and then he has to go and get the big charger from his glove box and stuff like that. Loved all of that part. He calls the office. Cordelia tells him that there's been four other deaths. Kind of
Just like this.
matching sort of MO over the last 11 months,
Mm-hmm.
all reported on by the Globe Register, by the way. I did not
Out the
do any.
globe.
I did not do any further research. If there is an actual Globe
No, I
Register,
don't think so. I don't think so.
does not sound right. Then the reception is going to go to shit here. I don't know if it's because he's in the valley. Like, was their cell phones a problem or whatever? And Los Angeles, it doesn't. I don't know. She got hers inside of a building just fine. Anyways, it's going to come back long enough for him to tell Corey, keep researching Tay, and then give a description of that girl that bested him. Yes, got the same kind of ridges, but on the side of her face and like a tattoo over her eye or some makeup over her, like some or something like that. So they're going to stop at an art gallery. She is wearing sunglasses at night. Creep tells a guard there that a black coated guy is trying to hurt her, points him out, and walks in. Angel's going to take his coat off, throw them off the scent by taking the coat off. He's then starts giving a detailed presentation to some gallery goers when he notices some guards pouring in about Manet's La Musique Étoile. So while he's doing that, the mystery lady, I keep writing the mystery. I guess I said her name was Jheira in the
Yeah.
in the write up about Bailey. I guess I could just say Jheira at this point, even though she hasn't said what her names is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she's going to enter an art restoration room just off from the gallery. When we go back to Angel, he's still describing the painting. He said it was premiered in 1863, which is probably true. I believe it was painted in 1862. I know it was sold to the National Gallery in London in 1864, and it stayed
Mm-hmm.
there ever since. He's going to correctly point out where Manet painted himself in the painting. There
Oh,
he is. He then what's the
oh,
matter?
Rob, you left and you came back.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
well, I'm back. Damn it! You couldn't keep me away. I guess I thought you froze. You were frozen on the thing. I don't know.
No.
Maybe it was me. Maybe it was me. So, anyways, Baudelaire is going. He talks about Baudelaire in his 1857 poem "La Vampire," which is a true thing. Then he strongly hints to us, and maybe maybe not so much to the venue goers, that the poem may be a bit about a real vampire. Him, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Also, Baudelaire was a taller and drunker than
And he
in
is
that.
depicted in
Yeah,
this.
I think that was nice. And he did point to where Baudelaire is. Like all this stuff is true. Yeah, Manet was an upscale Parisian, and those depicted in the painting were also very upscale. It was not well received uh, when first uh, when first debuted. Now is considered the first model of all impressionist and post-impressionist paintings
Mm-hmm.
depicting a contemporary outdoor life. So there you go. Those snobs were wrong. Turns out now the snobs these days really like it. So
Mm-hmm.
Wesley has found a book, of course, that somehow references Tay's people, even though they're from another dimension.
Another
The,
dimension, brother.
the Vagaries of Oden Tal, which sounds pretty, you know, pretty weird. The men here, being the Vigaries, they're fierce warriors who keep women as slaves. Fierce. So that's not cool.
No, not
An-
cool.
Angel's going to catch up to the lady now. She asks how he got there. A human would have been out for hours. She's wondering how he got there. She told the guard he was there. Like he knows that she's. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so she somehow knows that he's a vampire. Well, you're definitely a vampire, even though I have no evidence to prove this. Then she
No,
doesn't,
because
and
she knocked she hit him, and then she was
yeah,
like, "Humans would be out for hours. Why are you here?
maybe he
You're
has.
not human."
Maybe he has a tough. He's a tough jaw.
Nah, man.
You never know. Anyways, she doesn't answer any Tay
Mm-hmm.
questions. She asks, who killed that guard? He won't allow these locals to be killed by a bunch of bloody tourists. You know what I mean? At least not anymore. I guess there's already been five of them that have been killed. So not one other local. She wants them to leave, and then another lady's gonna drop in, Terminator style, like, and almost a direct ripoff of Terminator, for goodness sakes. He wants to know what the hell they're running from. He's told, you know what, this isn't your concern. Then Tay and those Vigor boys show up somehow, referring to the women as its.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
We clearly see that Tay's dimension planet is a patriarchal, misogynistic society.
yeah, they're massaging it, and
Yeah.
worse
Yeah.
than just a regular old massage.
Misogyny. Yes.
Anyways, Angel says, well, enough of this. It's time to start fighting. Jheira's going to start helping out, but a couple of them have just easily taken that girl and had conveniently enough parked their car just outside that art restoration room where
Mm-hmm.
somehow I guess they knew things were going to happen. And that exit leads directly to an alley. So
Mm-hmm.
they easily just take this girl and kidnap her and drive off. So she's like, well, she tells Angels they're going to unmake that poor lady. She's taken to a florist place because,
I thought that was code for like murder her, but they actually did something else, which threw me off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're told by Wesley earlier that these guys need to eat half their body weight
Mm-hmm.
in plant products,
Yes.
which would be hard or whatever. So they're thinking about, well, compost heaps and stuff like that, and they I guess they find the biggest floral place they can in Los Angeles to set up shop. Anyways, this poor girl is saying that she's going to be good, and Tay says to her, "Why does it speak when no one listens?" It's like, oh boy, these guys aren't the best. These guys just aren't the best. She
No.
starts begging for help. Tay is given like a set of calipers. Says she's
Mm-hmm.
going to be restored and will feel much better afterwards. Then you see her grab one of those ridges on her back. Her starts screaming, and then luckily we don't see anything else. It goes to commercial.
Thank God.
Yeah,
You know.
we're gonna go back to Angel's place now, where he's giving Jheira the details on why he helps people. She
Mm-hmm.
tells him about that girl and why she ran away, what's going on with them. Then gives him the details on the women of Oden Tal's physiology. That it's about the co,
And
and
yeah, yeah.
it runs their sexual powers and stuff like that.
And their
Shows
physical
him her,
powers.
yeah. She shows him her co, that ridge that Tay damaged or removed, or it shows him where
Mm-hmm.
that thing is. It's what gives them passion. Angel's seeming a little too into it for his
Mm-hmm.
own damn good. You know what I mean? She says, that, yeah, this is when she says it controls their physical and sexual power and gives them a heads up when they get, they get a little hankering.
Yep.
But they can, there's no mystery. There's no mystery when that code's going. I can tell you that. Anyways, they can be controlled when it's removed. They essentially become slaves. And then we find this is when we finally find out her name is Jheira. Jheira of Oden Tal.
Mm-hmm.
She's a other dimension royalty. It turns out, but she's the first woman to escape with her co intact. And she says, now she's helping others. It's like an underground railroad, getting ladies out of there so they don't get.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when they come in, they're beat. That's why they have all the ice. As Jheira's telling Angel all this, you can see
To
her.
bring the body temp down.
Yeah, you can see her ridges are glowing
Mm-hmm.
bright red while all this is going. They start
Yeah.
circling each other seductively. She says that
It's getting a
some
little
men,
hot. It's getting a little hot and heavy.
it's getting a little heavy. She says some men on Earth tried to force themselves on them. That's until she found the ice or whatever. It's like, okay, this is how we can work this out. It took her a couple of months to cool off, for God's sakes, and control her power. Then Angel learns that a girl killed the guard because he tried to touch tried to touch her, for God's sakes. Angel argues he was probably just trying to help. She argues how would this girl know? She's just barely been here for a minute. He then brings up the other four. Now she's going to start backing off. She says, "You're not allowed to do any more killing, for goodness sakes." She says she's a princess. She's going to make life better for everyone in Oden Tal. And if a couple dummies have to die, whatever.
They will
Uh,
die.
yeah, Angel's going to argue against the whole dying part. She says to keep them away. She turns to leave. He says, "Wait." Then she's gonna touch him, like in the chest. I don't even know if it's touching, but get right close. Like her hand starts creating this purple light.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost gonna bring Angelus out, if you know what I mean. So
Uh-huh.
she just tells him to back off too. She's gonna get out of there. We get to see Wesley and Cordy on the case over at the flower store, looking for a great big compost heap. For some reason, this compost heap is inside, which would make, or they think it's inside, which I'm going to tell you right now would not be ideal. As
No.
I work downwind from a mushroom factory. That compost heap is outside when the wind picks up. Oh my God. I've worked at this place for over 20 years. I have never gotten used to the smell. You just can't go nose blind to it. It
It's
is,
disgusting.
let's say, distinctive. Is that a
Yes.
good word for it? Distinctive.
Yes.
So they're
Distinctive is
going
a
to,
good word.
yeah, awful. Anyways, they'll hear the men talking about this portal reopening, but it's not going to be open for long. So they're going to have to make sure that they get that new slave back in time, get him over to Oden Tal before, things would, be better for it, I guess. So Tay then asks the girl if it would like that. She says it is happy to go as soon as he sees. Oh, there's nothing left. She's just dead looking purple eyes. Just nods when asked if it's starting to feel better. This is not great. These aren't. I'm going to go out on the limb. I'm going to say these Vigors aren't the best. They aren't the best guys at all. So we get to go to a spa now. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Jheira's going to walk in, ask the man where
Led
the.
by Sean Gunn.
Yeah, Sean Gunn's going to be
Yeah.
there. A recognizable Sean Gunn, not like the last time, but still, again, what was with all the mascara, whatever he was wearing? Ridiculous. I don't know, it's eyeshadow, whatever it is. So he says that all your girls are right where you left them, and that's in a bunch of hot tubs, I guess, filled with ice. It looks like. She's told they're chilling, which is an incredible. I don't think it was that great a joke. Anyways, he wants to know what's happening here. He says it's lame what he's
Mm-hmm.
told actually going on, and she wants to move them. He tells her that they can't yet. They're still
They're a
adjusting.
little
How
unstable.
how how would this guy know that they're still adjusting? Anyways, he suggests this pervy shaman that he has. He then asks to work on Jira's mirth chakra. So this
I don't
guy's
know.
into.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
So.
This guy's
Mhm.
a new a new age kind of. I don't know. I would not want to go to the spa. I can tell you that right now. Then he says they'll go if he's as trustworthy as Sean Gunn is. Again, what would I don't know what makes that character trustworthy, but
Mhm.
she trusts me. It turns out, he takes a
Sean
pretty
Gunn is a very trustworthy guy. He was very, even though he was a Ravager in Guardians
sure.
Galaxy, he was the most trustworthy Ravager outside of Yondu.
Also, fun fact for Sean Gunn, he's also Rocket Raccoon throughout the whole CGI parts. He did all the movement. It's
Yes,
just Bradley
yes.
Cooper comes in to do all the talking. Yeah, Bradley Cooper gets all the glory. Sean Gunn,
Sean Gunn and Bradley Cooper should have gotten an Oscar for Rocket Raccoon. That's
you
how
think so?
wonderful Rocket Raccoon was. He was awesome, especially in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Uh, yeah, I think that's the most important one for Rocket for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jerry's gonna plan them to take all these girls over to Sean Gunn's pervert shaman in the morning.
In the
Wes and
middle of the
Cordy,
desert.
yeah,
You
it's
want to
it's
you want to stay here's the thing.
let's
You
cool
want to
them
stay
off
cold.
in the hot California desert.
Exactly. You want to get K cool in the middle of the desert.
They've thought this through. This is what they're all about. So, Wes and Cordy are trying to get a hold of Angel on his cell. He's not having any luck. He hasn't remembered probably to plug it in after he threw it in his backseat. They plan on creeping their way out of this florist arrangement without getting their asses kicked. When a vigor is going to show up to tell Tay that they found out where the girls are. Oh boy.
Mhm.
We suppose that they leave because the next thing we see is Wesley and Cordy back at the office. I guess they got back, no problem. Angel comes in, they're saying, "Oh, we're trying to get a hold of you. Where the heck you been?" Angel, he creepily tells him that he needed a shower and looks incredibly guilty when he does it. So uncool. She tells him what they heard when the men say Angel has an in-depth plan to deal with these bloody jerks.
Damn right.
Face punching. Face punching is a plan that always works. So they're gonna head out, and in the scene that's from the opening credits going on and stuff like that. They get there after dark. I don't know how far out this place is, but a lucky thing considering it's Angel. They get there after dark. Wesley's told to stay again and warn him, just like he told Doyle in the first episode.
Mhm.
Angel can just walk into this spa. I guess. I guess it's not a private residence. You're imagining that people can come
Closed.
in.
It was late at night. It was closed. They snuck in.
People, well, I'm just saying Angel has that whole thing where unless he's invited into places, he's not allowed in. But I don't think there's
Is it
any
is it,
kind of.
is it just homes? Because this isn't a home. This is a business.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's
I
a
think it's
home, but
homes.
as it's a spa, I don't think you. I think it's the same thing as a motel where you can
Yeah.
walk. He can walk into motels. He
Yes.
doesn't. It's not a private residence. So he's going to forcibly ask Sean Gunn here where Jheira is. Sean Gunn is noble. I keep saying Sean Gunn because I don't think I ever heard his name.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, anyways, he says, "Well, I don't know what the heck you're talking about." Angel does convince him, though. He finds her. Cordy's now going to jump in. as he's talking about her, says, "Well, those other guys are here now. The party's over. We got to get you got to get moving." So they said, "Okay, let's get out of here." Those girls that have been encased in ice or just sleeping in ice, like out to the world. As soon as he says that, they're ready to go. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. It's little things like that can drive you bananas. Anyways,
Mhm.
Wesley's going to turn into an absolute blubbering fool.
Yes.
This guy has a no chill. Get it with the guys? How dare you, Fivers? So the
Yeah.
Vigaries are going to knock the spa guy out. Poor Sean Gunn. They're going to enter the ice tub room. They get welcomed with an ass kicking by Angel and Jheira, who make a pretty good team. They're doing some
Mm-hmm.
team up moves on this stuff, like it's a extra points in a video game. Cordy and
Absolutely.
Wesley, they're going to load those girls into into literal ice boxes, for God's sakes. Wesley is lucky that he doesn't get fried or pepper sprayed because he is getting, well, speaking of pervy guys, he wants a kiss goodbye and stuff like that. He wants her to feel how hard he, like, yeah, this is, yeah, uncool.
He
This
should
is
get slapped up. That's all. He should get slapped up.
yeah, 100%. He gets off a little too scot free. So Wesley and
Mm-hmm.
Cordy after this are going to enter the fight. Immediately get captured. Within seconds, gets captured. Tay's going to tell them to give up the girls or their buddies here are dead. You know what? Just kill them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've made up my mind. Hard decision. Just kill these guys. What does she care? Cordy and West break free of them with little elbow jabs each.
Mm-hmm.
Wes is gonna win. Angel grappling does the grappling hook thing to one of the guys' face, which is pretty fun.
Ouch.
Wesley's actually gonna win a fight. Now, the episodes he's done so far here, and the episodes over in Buffy, he just simply would get his ass kicked immediately, or trip and fall down and hurt himself,
Mm-hmm.
and not get up for the rest of the entire fight. He actually wins not just one, but a couple fights here.
Hey
So
man, my boy went, got to some self defense classes, learned some taekwondo, some weapons training. He's doing good.
Okay, well, maybe we could.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
let's,
know.
let's hold off. Let's hold
I don't
off.
know.
It's a little
I
too
don't know.
much.
But let's see. So Shirt's gonna get grabbed. Tay's talking about, well, and time to mutilate you now. Then we got you here. Just do it out in the
Mm-hmm.
in the parking lot. It'd be no problem. But Angel's going to capture him instead. Oh, a little, turnabout is fair play here. He should mutilate Tate. I think that would be pretty fun. He's going to force the other guy to release Jheira. Then it's going to just drive off with all those girls in the truck. Angel tells him, you know what? No more baloney on my turf. You know what I mean? You dumb jerk. Tay says,
Mm-hmm.
no promises, human. Angel then vamp faces this. I'm not a human, for God's sakes. Dumb dummies. Now, get to Portland. Get the hell out of here, you damn Vigors. So we're gonna go back to the office. Angels tries the whole coffee crushing bag bit again. Oh, and hilariously splits the bag all over the floor. Of course, Wesley's gonna walk in and fall right down. This is prep fall number 3 for Wesley Wyndham Price.
The
He got
bumbling fool.
right. This guy was an upper. You'd think he's supposed to be an upper crust kind of Englishman. Who's,
Mm-hmm. Nope.
but well, I guess not. Anyways, does some kneecap sucking once again. He's talking about how he's gonna wash every bean individually, for God's sakes. And this is where Cordy gets on his case again about groveling. Angel assures him he's not gonna be fired. Then we have Jheira walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them that, well, all these girls are safe in the hot, hot desert. They argue over the virtue of fighting for all innocent people, not just the ones that, you'd know. He promises to stop her if she ever crosses the line. She says, well, I'm going to just do what I have to do. Like, whatever, Buster. And then you hear her co-radiate again as she leaves. An angel, yeah, he's into it. Now, they thought after this it'd be a great idea to have more interactions with Jheira and Angel. Uh, in classic Buffy Universe fashion, you will not ever see them together
No,
again
no.
on the show. That was it.
Never. That was it.
Yeah, yeah, even bilingual said
One
because
one
the only
stop
thing she had
shop
coming was that Star
and
Wars
never
show.
coming back.
Now, I did a couple of pros and cons while I was
Hit me,
making those.
Rob.
First
Gimme.
pro, the angel dancing. Again, it's
Yes.
terrific.
Yes.
Couple of highlights for me: the slow arm pumps, and then the tiny claps. The tiny claps. Fantastic. Cordy actually being a step ahead on research when she's researching the people dying from incineration. I thought that's
She's
good. That
she's she's doing a good job. She's improving.
yeah, they want to make fun of her filing and stuff like that. You got to prove that Cordy's good at something here, otherwise,
Yes.
what you know. So she's doing a good job. The return of the grappling hooks.
Absolutely.
It's
Pro.
fun. The Batman vampire is back once again. And then when those eyeballs popped, I thought that was gross. So I gave it actually a pro.
Yeah.
You know, good for you. Cons. They're making Wesley a buffoon. Like
Yes.
basically, they're making Wesley an uncooler Jack Tripper. You know what I mean? You got we know who Wesley is. You don't have to do all
Yes.
this baloney to him. It doesn't help or hurt his character. It's just foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another question. So again, I brought up, oh, he's got grappling hooks. That's great. Why can't he just jump? You see other vampires jump all the time. You saw Jeremy Renner jump 3 stories into a
Yeah, but
window.
I think the reason is, Rob, I think the soul is a little too heavy.
That that's exactly what I thought too. Maybe he's getting weighed down by the soul.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Exactly.
yeah. I think we're on the same wavelength
Yes.
with that, Fair. And
Mm-hmm.
finally, of course, I bring it up every time I hear it. Whisper acting by Ling. Whisper acted, especially at that gallery scene when she's talking to that guard. I could hardly listen. There's like it's just nails on the chalkboard for me. Drives me
Yeah.
nuts.
Not a
I
big fan of the
can't
whisper.
stand it. There's no reason to whisper. There's none. It's not more dramatic. It's just less hard to hear, or it's less easy to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, guys, do better. No whisper acting. Don't even whisper a secret anymore. Just yell it out loud. Just hope that people don't tell. Okay, that was it for the Rewatchers Council this week. Ferris, thank you so bloody much for joining us here and
Mm-hmm.
keeping your council seat warm. You know what I mean?
Always.
Why
Always.
don't you let people know what's up? Ferris on the Let's Get.
Well, today, this show comes out at 3. At 5 o'clock on our sports channel today, me and Caleb go through the NFC East defensive position rankings for this week. The Giants may be ranked 1 or 2, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But that's what we're doing on Friday here. And then on Saturday, we're doing Guardians of the Galaxy, Rewatchers MCU edition. Love the Guardians.
It's
3
fantastic.
o'clock. 3 o'clock.
I think the Giants are better than the Eagles.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
Uh, you think they're better than the Cowboys? That's the main thing. That's why you
Well,
watch.
certain
Good friends
positions. Yeah,
That's why you
exactly.
watch. Good
That's
friends,
why you
better
watch.
rivals. To find it.
That's why you
This is
watch.
they're going to answer these questions, and I'm sure it's not going to be a bias to it at all.
No.
As for me, this weekend, LGRN After Snark with Danny talking Squid Game season 3. Did we absolutely love it? Did we just like it? Did we hate it?
Not a
Those
lot of hype.
answers and more. Those answers and more coming this very weekend. And then, of course, you can join us next week on Rewatchers Council for Buffy. We're going to be talking Goodbye Iowa. Buffy's going to find out even more about the initiative, maybe more she didn't want to know. And then on this very show with Angel, I've got you under my skin. There's nothing like a good old fashioned exorcism. If I've said it once, I've
Mhm.
said it 100 times. Guys, thank you so much for joining Ferris and myself. And in the words of Jheira, we'll see you all later.